Hello Internet, I'm the Magnifical, and today is going to be a little bit of a late video because of recording and editing issues. In my last video, what's it called, Chris Morgan, the angriest and shortest man in the US on the internet or something like that. So we're doing another rating random Reddits, and this is r/Today I Learned. I don't think I've done this one yet, but we're gonna look at it. Basically, it's you learn something new every day. What did you learn today? Some interesting and specific facts about something that you must just found out here. So today I learned when Weird Al Yankovic asked Kurt Cobain to parody "Smell Like Teen Spirit," that Kurt asked him if it would be about food, and Al said it would be about how no one could understand his lyrics. Kurt found that extremely funny and said absolutely. This is the top of the past week, and that's almost 100,000 upvotes. Today I learned in 2014, black taxi cab drivers brought parts of London to a standstill protesting against Uber. This led to an 850% increase in downloads of Uber. Yeah, people don't really like when you protest and it affects them. Also, why was it just black taxi cab drivers? What were they protesting against? So much to know. Today I learned serial killer Ed Kemper befriended the very police officers investigating his murders and would socialize them at a bar called the Jury Room. They called him Big Ed and never suspected him. When he initially confessed, they thought he was pulling a prank. Oof. That's all I gotta say to that. Today I learned Charles Dickens' novels were hugely popular, even among the illiterate poor. They would pool their money to hire a reader and then gather together to listen to the stories. Oh, that's cool. Today I learned President Diouf began an anti-AIDS program in Senegal before the virus was able to take off. He used media and schools to promote safe sex messages and required prostitutes to be registered. While AIDS was decimating much of Africa, the infection rate for Senegal stayed below 2%. Damn. President of the freaking century right there. Today I learned in the film Osmosis Jones, Bill Murray's character mentions a National Chicken Wing Festival in Buffalo, New York. While the festival did not exist during the filming of the movie, this mention caused organizers to create an annual festival in Buffalo now, which has been active for 16 years. Dear God. Today I learned that the red flag, when used by pirates, came to mean no quarter given, meaning that no mercy would be shown, no life would be spared, while the black flag usually meant that those who surrendered without a fight would be allowed to live. Okay, that's cool. Weird how black is better than red, because usually when people associate black with death, but I guess red could be blood. Today I learned the reason Roger Moore stopped being James Bond was because of how much older he was than his female co-stars. He was in his 50s and they were in his 20s. In his own world, well, the leading ladies were young enough to be my granddaughter, and it became disgusting. I mean, yeah, kind of gross, I guess. Today I learned pill bugs are not insects but land crustaceans related to lobsters and shrimps. They breathe through the gills, can drink through their anus, and excrete gas through their exoskeleton instead of urinating. Man, I wish I could drink from my anus. I mean, sure, there's butt chugging, but it's not the same. Today I learned Peter Dinklage's brother is an accomplished violinist who performed on the original Broadway recording of Hamilton. Peter describes him as the real performer of the family. Don't knock yourself down, Tyrion, my boy. Today I learned that in 1948 a man wore 30 pounds, three-toed lead shoes and stomped around a Florida beach during the night. The footprints led people to believe that a 15-foot tall penguin was roaming the land. He kept up the prank for 10 years, visiting other beaches. The hoax wasn't revealed until 40 years later. If you guys are just learning about any of this, then please leave a like, subscribe, and all that. I'm about to go to the top of all time and keep this knowledge train going. So here we go. Today I learned, after Colonel Shaw died in battle, Confederates buried him in a mass grave as an insult for leading black soldiers. Union troops tried to recover his body, but his father sent a letter saying, we would not have his body removed from where it lies surrounded by his brave and devoted soldiers. Okay, that's nice. It's a shame that, it was done as an insult originally, but, the father had a nice little spin on it. Today I learned that in 1916 there was a proposed amendment to the U.S. Constitution that would put all acts of war to a national vote, and anyone voting yes would have to register as a volunteer for service in the United States Army. Why the fuck don't we have that shit? You know how much money and time we would have saved? We wouldn't even gone to the freaking Vietnam War and taken an L there, because most people I don't think wanted to do that. There was huge protests. Today I learned of Dr. Donald Hopkins. He helped eradicate smallpox and is on the verge of killing another disease. He's taken guinea worm disease down from 3.5 million cases a year to just 28 cases last year. This guy deserves a Nobel Prize. Today I learned a Japanese company that has awarded its non-smoking employees 6 extra vacation days to compensate for the smokers' smoke breaks. God, Japan, it's so, every time I hear about something about Japan, they're just so like ahead of the game and stuff. Like I heard the other day that apparently to encourage like elderly people and stuff to like turn in their license and stuff, because you don't want old people driving and stuff, they'll give them like discounts on ramen and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's how you'd get it from me at least. Today I learned when the Nazi burned Sigmund Freud's books, he said, what progress we are making in the Middle Ages, they would have burned me. Now they are content with burning my books. God damn, that was I don't know why I'm having trouble reading today. Today I learned that Billy Joel never sells front row seats in order to see the real fans right in front of him. He gives them away to random people in the cheap seats so that the front row isn't always just wealthy people. I mean, if you're paying extra and stuff, you don't always have to be wealthy. Sometimes you're just like a hardcore fan and stuff. But I see where he's coming from. Today I learned Carrie Fisher delivered a cow tongue inside a Tiffany box to a predatory producer who had assaulted her friend. She said the next delivery would be something of yours in a much smaller box. What an absolute mad lad. God, may she rest in peace. Today, I learned that Willie, a parrot, alerted its owner, Megan Howard, when the toddler she was babysitting began to choke. Megan was in the bathroom, the parrot screaming, "Mama, baby," while flapping its wings. As the child turned blue, Megan rushed over and performed the Heimlich, saving the girl's life. So I guess parrots are man's best friend. Or I guess would it be... Yeah, no, it'd be a parrot is a woman's best friend, and dog is man's best friend. There we go. Today I learned Dennis Ritchie, who invented the C programming language, co-created the Unix operating system, and is largely regarded as influencing a part of effectively every software system we use on a daily basis, died 1 week after Steve Jobs. Due to this, his death was largely overshadowed and ignored. Oh, that's a shame. That's oof, man. Oh well, you know what? Now you get to rest with 27,000 upvotes. Today I learned in the 1880s, the Harvard Observatory director was frustrated with his staff and would say, "My Scottish maid could do better." So he hired a Scottish maid. Williamina Fleming ran a team for decades, classified tens of thousands of stars, and discovered white dwarfs in the Horsehead Nebula. Jeez. That's how you shame your freaking workers. Today I learned of Syndrome K, a fake disease that Italian doctors made up to save Jews who had fled to their hospitals seeking protection from the Nazis. Syndrome K patients were quarantined and the Nazis were told that it was a deadly, disfiguring, and highly contagious illness. They saved at least 20 lives. While, that's a small number in, retrospect, it's still, a great fucking, accomplishment and stuff. I wish there were more people out there like this and stuff. Jeesh. Today I learned that there was an early 1900s act named Sober Sue, whose draw was She Never Smiled. A theater offered $1,000 to anyone who could make her laugh, attracting big comedians. Crowds came out to watch them try and fail, giving them a free show. Later it came out that Sue suffered from facial paralysis. Oof. That sucks. What was her act though? That's it? She just didn't smile? What else did she do that made her popular and shit? Today I learned that during the American Revolution, an enslaved man was charged with treason and sentenced to hang. He argued that as a slave he was not a citizen and could not commit treason against a government to which he owed no allegiance. He was subsequently pardoned. Really? Interesting. I would have thought they would have just been like, we don't care. Now you die. But hey, you know, that is the freaking, what's it called, smart-ass remarks that I like to see. Today I learned a man created a fake restaurant on TripAdvisor and asked around for good reviews. Eventually the fake restaurant was #1 in restaurant in London and was being called up hundreds of times daily for bookings for a day. The man set up a cafe in his backyard and served frozen food to rave reviews. That's what I'm trying to do with my channel, you know, just keep asking random people to, you know, subscribe, and hopefully that, you know, it'll get the ball rolling, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to end the video here. I'm really tired. I'm sorry if this wasn't, you know, upbeat and stuff. I really hope I haven't done it today. I learned Reddit already and stuff. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, all of that, and have a great day. Thank you. Bye.